Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have a mixed media layout for you, and I decided to thumb through all of my scrap pieces of paper that I have kind of sitting in a mail carrier next to my desk. These are all of my scraps from the Maggie Holmes Shine collection, and in proper form I'm using my Cuttlebug and my Maggie Holmes floral die set that were from the previous collection. I want to say it's confetti. They're a set of dies that make these very flat but beautiful flowers. And I haven't played with them in a while, so I thought I would play. So for the leaves, I am using Charming and Brilliant. So you saw those like mint ones, and then you'll see me use that green and cream colored striped paper. And then for the florals themselves, I'm using the two pink and that almost peachy coral color too, called Memento and Carefree. And these were the leftovers I've had from either my kit or a previous maybe click kit that I have in my collection. But I truly do this to make about 6 flowers. So I didn't bore you with the whole process, but you can just see them kind of layering all together. And I wanted to mix and match the papers so that they added some interest to it. So here I am just making more leaves because I thought the 4 that I initially did would just not do. And then we'll move on and I'll set this aside and you'll see how I come do my background. So this is the other half of the paper from the Hello Love collection from Crate Paper. It's called You and Me. And if you saw I want to say it's my previous layout, the one I did that was very Wilna Freudenberg style, I used the other half. So by all means, I used a full 12 by 12 and got 2 layouts, ladies. I am doing good with cutting into 12 by 12 paper. This is the acetate specialty piece from the Shine collection as well that has these gold chunky glitter hearts, and I'm just toying around with which way I kind of like the layout to go better, and I do decide on this layout with the painterly stripes on the right, and I stick with it and I go ahead and prime my page with some gesso just along the diagonal because I have this vision of just kind of lining up the flowers and not letting them be too heavy everywhere else. And now I am taking my Neo colors. If you haven't played with these are water-soluble crayons. You've seen me have a bunch of these previously. So I am taking, the first one here is called Raspberry Red. And then I also play with Rose and Salmon Pink. And I'm just using some water and a watercolor brush and just let the color bleed onto the paper. It literally melts the crayon and it's fantastic. Now you could apply these straight to the page like a gelato and add the water to it, but I wanted to keep this very like puddly look to my mixed media here so that it peeks out from behind where I hope to kind of lay out the flowers in essence. So this is just going to be right where the flowers will be laid to kind of almost make it look like a bouquet, you know, kind of like carnations or something, a bouquet of flowers with the detailed ones from Maggie Holmes sitting on top. And I just go back and fill in like all the holes. And as you can see, the color just pools. It's very pigmented. That raspberry red, did I call it? Yeah, raspberry red is my favorite. It almost looks like a fantastic coral, while the other two are just kind of complementary pink colors. And so I'm loving the way that looks. And of course, I probably could have stopped maybe 5 minutes ago, but of course I need to fill in every single nook and cranny because that's just me. Excessive. And then I'm going to let this dry on its own. I'm not going to lie, I do let it, I think, dry overnight so that it doesn't wrinkle because I didn't want to put heat to it and have it wrinkle. But you can kind of see that gorgeous look it has. So this is the next day, or the next morning. Hence the shirt change too. And now I am taking these liquid acrylic paints. This one's by Daler and Rowney, and it's called Genesis Green. And I kid you not, this is fantastic pearlized apple green color that I'm applying with the fan brush just to get some ink splatter. And once again, I'm just trying to add detail to the background so that when you do see it behind some of the flowers, it's just another added pop of color. And now I am taking this tiny stencil that is from CC Designs, and I am using Maggie Holmes's metallic paste in pink and in gold. And I'm not doing the whole stencil, I'm just trying to get more added texture to the background, interest in essence, so that when you're constantly looking at different angles of this page, little hearts poke out that are in the same colors. So I love it. And these metallic pastes it's just like modeling paste. It's just used, they say they're for her silk screens, but I don't own those, but I am a collector of stencils. It works just fine through stencils, and it dries really nice, and it has a nice pearlescent, like, metallic finish. So here I am matting my photo on the 2 pages I used for the flowers. So it's Carefree, and Carefree and Memento is the one with the numbers. And I just like the double layer again, sticking with the same scraps, keeping all the colors together. And now this is a picture of me and my mom and my 2 dogs. She was recently here. We had tickets to go see Kinky Boots. And when you're together with your mom, what do? You talk, you shop, you eat, and you take selfies. So so this was a selfie that we took before we went and did something. I can't remember, but I made her grab a dog, and I had a dog, and smile as much as we can. And I think you take 10 pictures to get the one good one. So I'm adding the flowers, and I knew that regular glue was just not going to do with all the texture I added to the background, so I busted out my hot glue gun, which, I'll be honest, this one stinks. It's one of those low temperature hot glue guns. It does not get hot that much. It's a pain to, squirt out some melted glue. It's a real pain, and it makes everything very stringy. If you have a hot glue gun you would recommend, please leave a comment down below, as a matter of fact. So I did do a very symmetrical line them up arrangement of the flowers, which I kind of like, and I have all the interest kind of bordering it up. And like I said, I liked it has a little bouquet going on. And I now apply all of the leaves in the 2 paper pattern papers that I had previously mentioned. So we are doing just fine right there. Oh, and off camera, I did add the acetate strips with the hearts with the glossy accents, just in case you were wondering about that. And other than this, I do believe I keep it very, very simple, meaning that I don't do much other embellishments. I do have a title that will be on some phrase stickers that says "I love you" in gold foil, so that it'll be over on that left-hand side. These, I want to say, were, no, I don't even know what collection these were from, but they are in my stash, and I have like 2 sets. So that will be my title. And like I said, I do keep it rather simple. I add a few paint splatters, and I don't even add some journaling because I think the picture speaks 1,000 words on the title, I love you. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. I have the detailed pictures, and this is a layout for the Hit Kit design team. Have a good evening, everyone. Bye.